Hello, YouTube modeling community. This is Rusty Rotor with a quick kind of let's catch you up to speed, and then this is my answer to Matthew at Model Car Videos. Show me your stash. We're going to kind of take a tour around the shop, show you the ins and outs, all my stash, what I have, and anything else I can think of. But right now, we'll do a quick mail call. I've not really got a lot in. There's one thing we'll see during the tour. I'll explain that was a mail call. But you guys may have seen these floating around on TikTok and Instagram and all that. And I kind of investigated a little bit to see what I could find out about it. And because, as you guys know, I do a lot of acrylics for my interiors. And on the little figures and figurines that I paint, I use the wet palette method, and I also use just right out of the bottle if I want a thicker coat or whatever. I saw this little thing, I was like, you know what, this beats the method I'm using right now, which is just a little tray with washer fluid in it and water and a rag, all that stuff, extra stuff that I don't really need when I have just this. So you basically fill this up, common sense, with whatever water, washer fluid, whatever you're going to use, or actual, if you bought, you know, a thinner, and you wanted to keep that in there, you could do that too. And that travels down this little slot and pools in here. Well, it doesn't release anymore. It's kind of like the cat bowl or dog bowl that's got the big water dish on it. You know, it's gravity fed, keeps them in fresh water. And then when your water gets dirty in here, and it's got some, take it off so I don't drop it. It's got some little thick tabs on there, whatever you want to call them, so you can kind of brush your brush against it, get all the paint off of it. And when this water's dirty, you just push this little button, and you can see that plunger goes down, and it collects down in here. So you can just keep going. It's not, once that water gets dirty, you got to wipe it out, clean it out, put more in there. It's just constant. So I thought that would be really cool. And for like $5, $6, it's off the company called Temu, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of like Wish, if you guys remember Wish. It's basically you just bulk. You get all this little cheap stuff. Some stuff is really good. Some stuff is just junk. It's like you see at these flea markets and stuff like that, where it's just mass quantity of stuff, and they probably pay 2 or 3 cents a piece, and they sell it for $2 or $3 a piece. It's a good way to make a lot of money and, you know, flip merchandise. But this was a cool little thing. Anytime I see something like that, I like to get it and try it out. I've yet to try it out. I just got it yesterday, day before yesterday. But I've seen them used, and I've seen them demonstrated, and, you know, from you put it together, and from what I've seen, that's going to work and work good for what I need. And I can just move this to whatever space I'm working in at the time. So we got that in. We did get the one kit I talked about before from Hobby Nut Models. I did purchase that kit from him. It was right at the end of our business arrangement. We still have a little bit of business arrangement. It's just he's not the main sponsor now. So to kind of catch up on all that. Why has Rusty Rotor been absent the past few weeks? So let's go into the first week. First week when I got back from vacation, I had to have 3 teeth pulled. So my face was knotted up, swollen up, pounding headache for 3 days. It was awful. Now I'm recovered from that, and stitches have all fallen out now, and everything's healed good. No issues. My truck had to go in and get tires put on it. That was a whole day event waiting for them to get done. Had to get a battery put in my truck. Had to get my truck clean. That took me 3 days because I'm limited physically what I can and can't do. And then you factor in yard work and we got a pool set up for the grandkids to play in. Got our patio straightened up. Got our deck straightened up. We got, just little tasks that it's each day. It's a little something. But by the time I'm done doing that, I'm not in the mindset to come down here and work. Even though I may have 5 or 6 hours of the day, it's just I'm wiped out. So I did get down here one day and I worked on the 32 a little bit. I didn't get as far as I wanted to, but I replaced the brake line I'll show it to you here real quick. We still got to coil it and get it into the master cylinder. Then we can get our calipers and rotors on and our tires and wheels. I still got to strip the windshield frame, pin it, and fill in the crack. I got to widen the back. I don't have it out where I can show you the little area that the windshield sits into, the recessed area. I need to widen it out a little bit so that windshield fits a little better. So that's going to be some real tedious, time-consuming work because it's the only windshield I got. So then I'll have to get it re-chromed when I'm done. Let that cure out really well. And then that'll be the last piece I put on here. But between now and then, I'll get the rest of the bolt detail in here, the tires and wheels on, the brake lines finish up, a little bit of touch-up. We did get quite a bit of the touch-up done. You notice on the bottom and around. So we're really good to go. Right now we're sitting at probably, I don't know, in one day I could get that brake line in, all the calipers and rotors on, the tires and wheels on. But I want to wait. I don't want to put those on yet because I don't want to bump them and break something. So I'll get the rest of the bolt detail done, and then we'll get the tires and wheels on. So literally 2 days I can have this wrapped up, other than the windshield frame, because it's going to require quite a bit. So that's where we're at with that. The Corvette for Acme. I did do some final sanding on the body, so now I'm ready to get the trunk deck and the rear cowl for the soft top to go down into, get those hinged. I got to figure out a method because, as you can see, I've only got this much material to work with to develop a hinge. So I think they're going to have individual hinges on them and placed offset from each other, because since they're so close, for them to function right. The front one, I've got a, I don't know if you can see it in there. There's this little key mark right here. The hinge they give you, I'm going to span that out to the width, a little bit short of the width, and make my own hinge, I think, for the hood. That way then I can just slide the hood off for the show and have, everything exposed. J's, we are ready to go in a primer on the body and the chassis. I got a little more work to do on the roll cage. That's kind of where I've left everything. So that being said, the Aqua Rod is on hold. We are in a good place. It's a rolling chassis. We'll see it when we take the tour. I got to get it today, get it picked up, get it in the box, get it stored. We're going to move the Corvette over to that bench. We'll keep the 32 here until the 32 is done. Then we're going to move down to the gray Stang, and it'll stay here until it's done. And then we've got viewer's choice, wife's choice, and the 53. That's pretty much what I can finish up probably this year. Also with the Ring Brothers Charger. And then when Jenny's done with hers, I kind of gave up my space and the availability to build the diorama that I wanted to start at the beginning of the year, and I've not gotten to do that, for her to work on the 37 pickup truck. So when she's done with that, or if she's not, then I get a space here. I'm going to move it from there to one of these build areas, and then I'm going to at least get going on the diorama. I'm just not going to get as far as I initially planned on getting done, or possibly getting 2 dioramas done this year. I've not had the time like I thought I was going to have. I was planning for what I had and what I was doing, and not thinking of things that had to be done. Getting over ambitious, as one of my kind viewers said. Sometimes it can bite you in the butt, and it did. I got carried away a little bit, and then reality hit. Changes your perspective on things. Now, that being said, life filled up the other 2 weeks. Just constant things going on. My wife is in the super busy part of her year. She's not had much time to do anything. I think I've seen her maybe 4 hours this past week so far, in 5 days. It's because she's on the phone as soon as she gets up until 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. By then I'm ready to go to bed. I don't want to fool with anything. She definitely doesn't want to fool with nothing other than just unwinding. Which leads me to the next part. So somewhere trying to get the pictures organized for the Hot Wheels replica group build entries from last year, I lost all my email. Every bit of it. Everything. Other than one category that's locked, so I'd have to go in and passcode it and so on and so forth. But I lost it all everybody's pictures. So now we're at the point, what do I do now? Do I have you guys send me all the pictures again? No, because same thing. I don't know how to do it. I don't want to screw it up. I want it to be right, which is going to lead us into our next thing. And my wife's too busy to help me right now. So instead of going through all that and then taking another 2 or 3 months to try to produce that out, I'd rather take the time I have, and between now and the start of the next group build, which is in September, I want to print out the tires and wheels for the people that entered the group build last year. I think there was 7 of us. Take me out of the equation, 6 of us, or 6 of y'all, that I will print a set of tires and wheels out for next year's, if you do so choose to enter. If not, you happen to do with what you want, but that'll be my gift. Next year, it'll be pictures. And what we're going to do next year to avoid the catastrophe that happened this year, I'm just going to have you send me 1 picture of your build. When you're done, you choose the angle. You're the photographer, you're the builder, you get the best shot you can possibly get, and that's what we're going to put into a collage, and that's what I'll send out to you next year. And we're going to do it fairly quickly, because we've kind of already set aside time and and everything to do that. It had nothing to do with money. It was a very inexpensive thing to do. It's just the fact that I lost everything, and by the time everybody sees this video, or because I can't contact some of them, I don't have their emails anymore. So I mean, a lot of legwork on my end, and I don't have time. I just rather print out the tires and wheels. That saves you $20, $25 for shipping, to worry about it next year. So you'll have those to, hopefully you'll enter again. And then this year, we changed the process of the picture. I think it'll be a lot easier. We can get it done a lot quicker instead of trying to figure out 2 or 3 pictures of each, and we're taking the best picture and making the collage. And my daughter, wasn't my daughter, somebody said that they could help me if Jenny was too busy. So either way, we got it figured out now. Which leads me, well, first part, my last video I came on, I explained what was going on with YouTube. I was going to cancel the channel. We decided not to do that we're going to kind of let bygones be bygones. Well, it's just not how I'm wired. It's like anything. I've always been curious my whole life, taking stuff apart, seeing how it works, how it goes back together. Can I improve it? Can I repair it? And keep using it to keep from buying new. So that's just how I'm wired. It's the same way thing. I can look at something and I wonder how the hell that's put together. How does that operate? How does that function? And I'm intrigued by that, and it drives me. So most everybody's comments are like, "Hey, Rick, don't worry about it. It took me 2 or 3 years." That's all fine and dandy. The time factor is not the issue. The issue is gaining a good amount of subs and then losing that amount of subs plus what I already have. So it's like, okay, I got 50 jelly beans. Okay, somebody just gifted me 15. And then somebody takes those 15 plus 5 that I already had to begin with away. That freaking sucks. That irritates the crap out of me. And it drives me to, why is this happening? Why? Is my channel that bad? Is it me? Is it my content? All these things race through your head. And everybody on here that makes the videos, they try to do the best to make the best content, to get people to watch it, enjoy it, get something out of it. I'm the same way. It's just I'm wired a little different. So I need to figure out this YouTube monster. It's a beast. It's a beast of its own. I get that from everybody. So what? I'm wired that I got to figure out why. Now that may drive me crazy and over the edge and make me stop doing it for a while. I don't know. It is driving me nuts. Because I like to know, well, okay, it's happening because of this. So now I need to do this to compensate that so that doesn't happen anymore. If you all are on board, clap your hands. I can't hear you, but clap your hands. So until I can kind of get that figured out, what the reasons are, I just can't accept anything. But I can say this in the same fact. I will still continue to make videos. Put out the best content I can put out. And hopefully you guys enjoy when and whenever it is and what it's about. Whether it's just us sitting here talking like this, or it's something I'm working on, or we got a group build going, whatever it may be. I see a hair floating around here. There we go. That you keep tuning in to watch. And hopefully I don't lose more. And I say this because I was absent for whatever, and I went up to 905. Hadn't made a video in a month. The minute I make a video, I lose 10. So, I mean, common sense right off the bat says, well, quit making videos, Rick. You can gain more subs. Well, this time around, that was one of the reasons for being absent. I was just seeing if that was true. And yes, we gained back, I don't know, I think we're at 897. I think that's what we're at. We dropped down to 894 or 893 or 895 from 905. No, I mean, you know, I get you're going to lose some subs, and I know, but you know, when it's critical and you're busting your tail to, you know, I spend an hour on here, 45 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is, and all the time it takes to make the video and edit it, and it's very aggravating. And I know everybody's gone through it, and that's fine. But just know, I'm just one of these guys that I got to know why. I just do. And I can't get my brain around it. I can't move on. I can move on with making videos and the projects I got going on. That's not going to stop me, because, like I said, I could turn the channel off and just keep doing what I'm doing with no problem. But I like this. This is a way for me to vent out and talk about and share in a great community. So, you know, that's, and you great guys that's commented and told me, hey, you know, keep it up, blah, blah, blah. That, I take all that to heart. So that is the reason this channel will keep going. It's just not going to be going the way I guess I wanted it to go. You know, but you don't always get what you want. So, but I will. If it's the death of me, I will figure out why. It's going to be one of those aha moments. Right there it is. That's because I pay attention. God bless Ed for attention to detail. Ed's attention to detail. I should have named this channel Rick's Attention to Detail. I've been so detail driven and oriented my whole life. The way I was raised, the military, all of it. That's what drives me, as being detailed, organized. How many parts does this can got? It's got 3. It's got 5. The bottom, the top, this part. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. Well, 5. I'm sorry. The inner tab, that'd be a part 2. So I know that. I know what it has. I know what functions it. You know, you lift this up, it pushes that down, and you got soda and cheers. Model cars. You buy the box. You got parts in there. You got an instruction sheet that's got a list of the parts, so you can verify everything is there. You know what, and follow the instructions. You know what goes where and what color it should be, and so on and so forth. Everything else is creativity. Just like this. You know, there's 2 parts. 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a part inside. 7, the screws, 8. 8 parts to this. Well, how does it function? Push that down, that releases the dirty water, and clean water flows down and fills it back up. I can get my brain completely around that. Anything else, tool driven, I know how to do all that. But I'm a big dummy when it comes to YouTube and the analytics of it all, and you know what, this channel's all on a budget, right guys? All on a budget. I think I've hit the nail on the head with that. The problem is that nail doesn't fit into the board, being YouTube. It doesn't fit into that category. There's a lot of other guys out there that's kind of balling on a budget type gimmick, whatever you want to call it. It's not really gimmick. It's just how they do things. And I appreciate all those channels too. Some do better than mine. Some aren't doing as good as mine. That's where us as hobbyists, we can help each other. We promote each other. We, say, tell them Rusty sent you. Tell them, whatever it may be. It's all about, and I think a lot of us get kind of lost in the cracks. Came out like gangbusters, flattened off a little bit, and then we nosedived. And we dived hard. And then we got back up. We're fighting to get back up where we were, and then slide back down. Fight. Then we're up here. We slide a little bit more, and then we come. It's constant. And that is the aggravating part of this all. I don't care if I get 10,000 subs. And again, there's only really two ways to get that amount of subs. One is just natural curiosity. People see great videos, crystal clear. We got a big glare because we're doing a tour of the shop. But the quality of the filming, what you're doing, is intriguing enough to draw you in and make you stay there and watch it. I get all that too. I'm just not, I'm me. This is what I got. This is what you're going to get. Can I improve it? Yes. I work daily to try and improve what I do here. I don't always succeed. So that being said, that's kind of where I've been at. I've kind of been lurking. I've been watching everybody's videos. You guys are doing great work. I still love 60s Rules, Model Cars with Glenn, In the Garage with Zippy, Old Tom, Rambler 69. Let's see the others of it. Sean, Scale Modeling. I can't read it this far. Great guy. I love his channel. Matthew Model Car Videos. I still watch all of his videos. Jason, Blue Ox Model Shop, and a slew of others. I'm still watching, guys. Like I said, I watch on the big screen. You're getting a thumbs up. I know you guys can't tell who it's from, but just know that I am watching. I am supporting you by hitting those thumbs up. And if I'm on my phone, I'll leave a comment if I watch the video there, because I believe in that. And if I see a channel that's struggling, I try to do everything I can. If I've noticed it and take interest in it, do what I can to support them however I can. Me and Ernest have been constantly talking. I've sent him some stuff that he needed for the build he's built for Acme, which is holy crap. The design he's put into this thing is phenomenal. He's a true modeler. He's a true human being. He's a great guy. I appreciate all the talking back and forth. He's working on a little something for me right now. That's why the Butch Lael's Camaro has kind of been on hold. It was for the club meeting. I didn't get to build it. I'm waiting on the engine. Ernest is working on an engine for me for that. I want things to be right with it, so I'm not worried about postponing it for a while. It's not a mandatory thing I get done. I don't hold anything mandatory to be done. This is just a hobby. I'm playing with plastic. A commission build is a different story. There's a time frame for that. I've just been kind of lurking around and seeing how channels grow a little bit, and maybe I write shit down. They got 1,000 subs. I'll check back in 2 or 3 weeks. Well, now they're down to 950. How'd they lose 50 subs? Then I'll check back in another week or two. Now they're back up to 1,200. Okay, well, the same thing's happening in their channel. It's happening in mine. So I can see it's more and more prevalent. What's going on here? Why is this happening? Is people literally just coming on and subbing to you, then take their sub back off? That's a possibility. YouTube pulling subs from you? It's a great possibility. I don't know the answer to that yet, but I'm working on that. So it's not that I've just given up, and it's just time, life. I've not had a lot of time in here, guys, and I apologize to you for that. I know a lot of you look forward to the channel, the videos, and I apologize to you, each individual. There'll be more coming. My honey-do list is it's getting down to here. I've only got 2 things left, guys. 2 things. They're major, but a lot of them I'm going to be working on like on the weekend where I can have help to do what I need to do. One thing is probably only take me a day, maybe a day and a half. By the time I got to build a loft in my shed. I got a really tall shed, and I'm going to build a loft, and I just got to get stuff up off the floor and organized to open the floor back up so I can put stuff that's in the garage out into the shed too, clean up the garage a little bit more. And we've been working on getting the garage cleaned out and just stuff we don't need, we don't use anymore. That's taking up my time. We've had landscaping to do. I got a fence to repair and stain. So, and that stuff, because I can't say I'm not normal. I am normal, but I'm not normal as far as physicality. I can't go out and do something in a day because that takes me 3 days now or more. So that eats up a lot of my time. But we are winding down on that and the projects, and we'll be going into fall where I've got nothing but model time. And that's going to be great because I really miss being down here. I miss making the videos. I don't care if I make 60 videos in a week. I just miss it. Some people say, well, you like the sound of your own voice? No, not really. This is my way to express myself through my hobby. Is to talk about it. Hang out. This is my chance to hang out with you guys, spout off about whatever, and show you what I'm working on, what my idea for this is. Maybe a tool, because this is a tool that I got that I find unique and works good. Let you guys know about it. Keeping in mind that balling on a budget. Our budget is this low. We did just purchase some lights for Acme. Old Tom Raylor 69. Brad used them for his build last year. I liked the way it lit up. Really made the paint pop. And with this 32, the paint is beautiful. And under the right lighting, it's amazing. So I'm hoping those really draw the paint job out. Because like I said, it is pristine. There's no flaws in the paint at all. A lot of fingerprints on it now, but you know, when it's all said and done, I want that all to pop out. So we got those, and those were pricey. You know, that took a good chunk out of our fund. We still got some side jobs to do. That'll be a good buildup of money coming into the fall. Probably be my Acme money, because like I said, I don't like to take out of my pocket if I don't have to. I'm thinking once I can get those things done, for my sister-in-law, that'll give me the funds to take to Acme. For anything I see that I want. At this point, it's specific kits. Aftermarket stuff all the time. Paints all the time. Glues. Just like anybody else. So that's where we're at. So I'm going to turn this around real quick. We want to try to keep this under an hour. And my stash. So as you guys can see, you know, the wall of fame. I keep up everybody's shop cards. They're posted all throughout the shop. You'll see them as we go. So this is the way you come into my shop. Quick. The shop is 12 feet from here to the back wall behind me, and from here to there is 21 feet. Those are 8 foot tall ceilings. That is a little under 7 foot because of the ledge right there. As you can see, I've got shop signs everywhere. It's all decorated in automotive and other things for my nieces and nephews, my granddaughters, stuff they've made me, gifts I've gotten from other people, such as that grill for the 32, the gas pump there that was gifted to me by my brother, some stuff that was my father's, a trophy of mine, some model cars that was gifted to me that need repairs. I got to get those done. And then we move into our first display case. You can see all my past builds. Some of them you guys recognize. I got room for a few more to put in there. And we move around the room. We've got overstock cabinet there. Filing where I keep all my shop information, your guys' information, if I can remember to put it in there and not throw it away. More shop decorations. That's a 65-inch TV. Anybody's curious? We have the diorama table that's completely outfitted and equipped with every tool. Paintbrush, paints, glues. Our stock up of evergreen plastic and balsa wood on the side. We got light above the table. We got paper towels. And I've got rulers that range from 4 feet to 6 feet for a straight edge. There's all of our wires and tape. There's Jenny's build, you can see, on the diorama base, which has gotten nowhere. There's my laptop. I just kind of set it out of the way for now. All overstock and supplies for dioramas and stuff like that are all in those drawers. All of our diorama builds are underneath. That's all for the garage. Gas station build. That's Gas or Nights. There's my, right there, those are the Warhammer figures. I got them all organized now. Ghostbusters. There's building material, ranging from foam, wood, paperback foam, bulk styrofoam, wood, plastic, you name it. Any of those scraps I keep in there because you never know what you're going to need. And you look down the floor. The whole floor in here is checkerboard. I laid the floor also. Big rug in front of there. There's my Easy Boy chair. We got a stoplight lamp. All my vintage magazines and comic books I keep right here. And the remote controls. You can see some of these things. These are very, very old. Let's see if it's got the year on there. I'm looking June. It doesn't say the year. Trying to see if I see a year somewhere in here, just to give an idea on the year that it is. These are back in the day. Here's a good example. Look at how old that is. Polaris nuclear sub fires rockets and torpedoes. $6.98. Big enough for 2 kids. So for $7, you could get this big thing. It was probably made of cardboard. $10-day trial. Still not seeing a year anywhere. It's really strange. We're going to spend a few seconds here looking to see. I got to find a date. I used to know when the dates were on these, where to find them. But these are all cool comics, you know. About racing, hot rods, whatever it was. I mean, this looks like it's from the 50s or the 60s, but I'm not seeing like a expiration date or on something. Excuse me. You know how they give you a date, like you got to get this in by such and such date. I don't see that anywhere. If you guys see it, drop it down in the comments, because I don't have my glasses on right now, so I don't see anything. But you know, I have that, and then like this Rod Custom magazine. This is March 1963. Very cool. And a lot of these, there's model cars in here too, and real car customs. I just like this because if I'm bored, I'm burned out on models, I can just sit there and look through those magazines and relax, watch a show, listen to music, which right now it's all still disconnected, because that's right there is where those shelves are going to go. So you guys can see my stash. Down here, there's probably, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's like 20 kits just for the garage and gas station diorama. And then we have Gas or Nights, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think there's 11 or 12 kits for Gas or Nights. And then we got Ghostbusters, which is basically just Ecto 1, some figures, the Slimer, and then the other stuff's landscaping stuff, all stored up underneath here. So, you know, this still are all kits to go in the stash. We come around, guys, you can see more shop cards, some more pictures, you know, a little plate right there my nephew made me, vintage signs, stuff like that. That Mopar light lights up. And then printer, my laptop usually stays right there in front of that. Little fan, the one light, my purifier, all my storage for 3D printed parts, my die casts. These were gifted to me by a friend. My little helicopter, remote control helicopter. It's kind of fun to fly around here. What we're working on the bench is always on the shelf above the bench. You can see there's the first bench. There's the Aqua Rod. That's where we're at right now with it. It is a rolling chassis. We got some little bit of body work to do, and then we'll be ready for primer on the body. Just got to figure out what paint scheme we want to do. But that's on hold for now. And then we come around, you can see the 32, the Corvette. That's our primary ones we're working on for Acme. Come around, there's the 3D printing station. Supplies for 3D printer all underneath here. And over here, more storage for whatever, extra wires, tools, you name it, is all kept underneath there. Trash box, paper towels for this area. And we come back up, and here's all my JDM import type cars, tire and wheel sets, Tamiya kits, motorcycle kit. There is the we'll get up and show you. These were brought to me back from Japan from my son. He was over there. I think I've used 2 sets. I think he brought me back 6 sets, and I have used 2. Those are what's left. There's the Mercedes. We're waiting on the Fat Boy kit so we can start that build. That was a gift from my daughter. That was a gift from her, my granddaughter's father. I won that in somebody's drawing. This I bought from a friend. This I got at a flea market. This is the last kit I bought from Mark. It's the Toyota Hilux SUV versus the pickup truck. I got a little bit of plans to do with that one. We won't get into that right now though. Then I have both of the Pre-Larson Datsuns, the 240Z and the 510. This Mazda RX-7 is like a 2-in-1, 3-in-1 kit. It's got all the ground effects, the race version of it, Datsun pickup, the Eclipse from Fast and Furious. There's Ferrari parts. I can't remember what are in these 2 boxes, but they're all imports. Then we've got a Lamborghini. There's the little Hustler, because it is a Nissan Datsun pickup truck. And we've got the Ferrari SWB Rally. And we've got the, this is made by Aoshima, I believe. Yeah, Aoshima, the drift car, Nissan. Or Silvia. That's what it is. Then we got the Hyundai. That's a vintage kit I had for sale. Nobody bid on it. We got the McLaren M8B. That's going to be a buddy build with me and Lee Barrett. And we've got the R390. I don't know if I'm going to build that super detail or just box stock. I like it box stock, so that may be the route we go. Then we come down, there's Chuck's Hobby Spot card. There's the original release of the AMT Chevy Nova 2-station wagon. That's the one they just re-released. That is the original, guys. That was the first year they came out. There's the little box that they came in. And that is my prized possession. It's all stock inside. It's not been painted. It's not a paint bomb. It's not a glue bomb. It's nothing. It's perfectly put together. I waxed it. I put it back in there. I can appreciate it for the way it is right now. There's a couple little flaws in it, but they're not like major. They require anything, just a little scrubbing on it, and you know that. But I will never do anything to that other than keep it in that case and cherish it. There's my Diora, and the Hot Wheel above it. A little box they give you. I like those. There's the one from Ruckus Rods and Customs. I still got to repair the front and then clean it up and get it back in the case. Trophies for the Willies. There's my 55. Everybody loved that one so much. There's the GTX and the GTO. Those two won. There's the trophies, first and second place. The GTX took first. The GTO took second. And there's a truck I built for my father-in-law that's no longer with us. That was for a Father's Day gift. Wife's choice number 2. The Buick GSX I built and I took to Acme last year. And then we come down, there's more, like all my display cases. That's where I keep them. Come around, there's Jay's, the cutlass I'm working on, the Pro Touring cutlass. We got a few things done, not a whole lot, but we're real close to where it's going to be making a big difference. Then we've got my parts board. And like I said, guys, this doesn't look like a lot, but trust me, a lot of these kits over here and throughout have a lot of those parts in them. And they are multiple parts, so I have to go to that kit to get a certain part if I need it. Just keeping in mind I need one for that build. And we got our Steven Zimmerman wheels. And then Ryan Jones. Which we will be due for some wheels coming from him soon. And then we start our stash. These are all my Fords. I vary. I'm not particular on one era, one year. Kind of like them all to a degree, especially the muscle cars, pony cars, the old fat fender cars. The boxes have got stuff in them for a build, like that's a 48 Ford, that's a resin body, and the parts above it are all for that build. And then I got a bag kit. I think that's a 34 Ford pickup truck. Pretty much what's on the box is what's in it. Those 3 I can't remember what they are, and that one I can't remember either. There's full kits in those boxes though. Some of them are restore projects, some of them are bag kits. I just haven't put in a container yet. Some of my Ford trucks. Back into Fords. More shop cards as we go. Full kits. Kits started, like there's a Starliner. I still have to finish that one. There's 3 more kits. Some of those are restores. Some of them are just bag kits. Small scale stuff. There's the Tweety Pie I got from old Tom. He thinned his stash out, so I purchased some kits from him. Another 32 Highboy. Some more small scale stuff. And then we got Pro Stock, Pro Street Air, the Aluma Coupe there. I'm kind of making it Pro Street. Been working on it for a couple years now. Nothing really to show on that yet. A lot of the stuff I did trading with Jimmy Ledford. I've gotten a lot of kits that I've been wanting and got ideas for. A lot of them I just purchased these kits. All my Chevelles. I kind of keep organized to a degree. All my Cutlasses, Monte Carlos, Buicks, Novas, Impalas, GTOs, Trans Ams, Firebirds, Camaros, Z28s, and then all my Corvettes. Come around to the end, Chevy pickup trucks, El Caminos, that type thing, ramp trucks. Then we go down to the Mopars, one of my favorite sections. All different kinds of Mopars. And we get to the end here. There's just, that's the Javelin. I've already got it disassembled. There's a Cuda. Down below is the Johan Cuda. Below that is a Duster. 340 Duster. There's all my Tamiya paints. Pledge. Automotive primers. Clears for just certain things. For like the craft paints. Then we got miscellaneous kits back here. The International, the Jeep, some NASCAR kits, dirt track. That's primarily a parts kit now. I mean, I could build the whole car, but I am missing a few parts. And then we got some other kits. There's a Jeep kit there. It's in a box. Then we do have, I don't want that to be seen, a large scale Corvette here. All the parts are below in the box. That's going to be a big build. I want that full detailed, but I'm going to have to 3D print some parts for that. There's an airplane for the next airplane group build. I'll probably enter that. And you guys can see the bench area. There's the 53. There's wife's choice, or yeah, wife's choice, viewer's choice, which we will get finished soon. All my parts. This guy get put into these containers you see down through here. And then, let's see, we'll go low. You can kind of see there's the paint booth. Everything, all my supplies, paints, the names, they're all organized. All airbrush equipment and tools. Extra bodies to paint. Materials, pipettes, all that stuff stored in here. Gallons of like washer fluid, Clorox, stuff like that I keep underneath here. A refrigerator with all the stickers. Everybody that sent me a sticker, you can see it down there on the refrigerator. I appreciate each and every one of those. There's my compressor, my old compressor, my mask, my clothing protector, and then there's the case I take to shows. I carry everything in. And then I have some more drywall up underneath there for the dioramas. And then this is just all parts kits. No bodies. There's some body parts, but no bodies. Generally no glass unless it's a side glass. It's mainly all suspension, engines, tires, wheels, so on and so forth. So if you guys see anything underneath there, just holler at me, let me know. We'll work out a price for the shipping, and that's all I'm asking for them. Some of these are filled with great parts. I'm never going to use all this stuff, guys, so if you see something you want and you got extra $5, $6, $7, hit me up if you see something down here. It starts right there where that red Mustang is. Right there. Down. All these up here. Some of these are 2 and 3, 4 deep. They're duplicates and triplicates because the buddy of mine that gave me these, he just paints bodies for slot cars. So they give him the kit. He uses what he needs for that build, and the rest of it he gets to keep. But he gets so much of it that he just can't use it all, so he gave it to me. That way I can disperse it and give it to amongst whoever needs it and what I need. All my shop towels I keep in that box, in that container, and just laying on top. 3D printed parts of mine. Leftovers I still got to get back in their container. All that stuff back there is all models that I've built. It's just their empty boxes. You can see there's the ramp truck box back there, hiding in that corner, or get my finger in frame. Right there. The downdraft table vent. There's the box that was my grandfather's. I still need to fix that top drawer and get it all cleaned up a little bit. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. There's our dehydrator. That's our newest, well, last newest thing that we purchased for the shop. We do have plans for some other big equipment down the road, and we'll definitely touch base when that comes in. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is my answer to Matthew's show us your stash. My stash consists of about 400 plus model kits, one shape, form, or another. And I don't want to exceed 500 kits. I think that's what I've allowed myself, my limit. That's my cutoff point. That I don't have the room for them, and I'll never build them all. And to me, I don't want to leave all this mess for somebody else to come in and clean up if I leave this planet. To me, that's kind of rude. It's my hobby. I want to build everything I have here and make sure that people in my family want what I've built. That way, I'm comfortable and I feel good that after I'm gone, they'll have them to display in their home or office or their own shop or whatever. And then everything else will get sold or given away. So I think that's it. I really enjoyed Matthew's video. He got to see everything in his shop. kind of who gifted him things. And he shouted my name out. I just knew that he was kind of into those kind of kits, unique kits, and I was hoping one day he builds that, and I could see how that turns out. I have another one, metal kit up here. You guys saw one of the Corvettes. I'm not. It's not something that was gifted to me. It's just not something I would ever build. But it is a Corvette, so I probably will tinker with that one a little bit and see how well it's like working with a big Hot Wheel. We'll see how that goes. I may turn it into a Hot Wheel. Being a full metal body, I can get that real nice paint job on it that way too, because it's bare pot metal or whatever they're made out of, cast metal. But we'll see. It's probably going to have to be re-zinced and everything else to do that. And I don't have the equipment for that, so I'll have to figure that out then. But anyways, that's my stash. It's ever so growing slowly by slowly, but I do have a cutoff point. And when I reach that, there'll be no more. Unless it's something unique that I'm going to build immediately and get it done quickly and out of the way. It'll be something little. I'll always add to the small scale stuff because I like that little group build. That was really fun for me. I had to work with something really small that was challenging, but I did enjoy it. So I will definitely stock up on some small scale stuff. Definitely larger scale. When I get to the point where I can't see real well and fingers aren't working as well to work on this little tiny stuff, I'll move up to where I'm just all large scale. But, this is it. This is my madness. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to all my past and present subscribers. Future subscribers, remember guys, it's free. The way you know that these videos come out, you hit that bell notification. As my personal life winds down a little bit, I'll be back in here a lot more, making more videos. I am sorry about the glare, but I wanted all the lights on in the shop so you get a good look at everything. And yeah, just let me know down in the comments what you think. My email is always down below. Same way with Mark at Hobby Nut Models. His link's down there. You just got to hit it. It'll take you right there. Do your little shopping. Get you a little something. It's a way to help support the channel. Yes. Minusculely. That's not even a word. Very little does it help the shop. But it does. And it can. So if you feel kind and you want to, it's just a quick way to get to where you can find pretty much everything you need, along with that great MCW paint. It's priced very reasonable. Pretty much all the stuff is very reasonable. And he's just a great guy. Once you get to know him, you're not really. He's not a stranger. It's like I've known him all my life, and I've only known him for a year. But that's about it, guys. Rambling now. When you start rambling, it's time to move on. So we will be back with my first year's video, kind of where we were and where we are. So be looking forward to that. Hit that bell notification. You'll know when that one comes out. That'll pretty much be our next video. I'll try to make some time this week, or next week, I should say, to get down here and get that video made and put out. What our goals and expectations are from here forward. Kind of stuff where I've not been able to just run out of time to talk about it. We'll get there. So, that being said, Rusty Rotor, I'm out. Peace.